way to keep the troublesome woman quiet than to silo her in the ass end of the LAPD.
Well, I gotta say, I'm so happy to see that everybody's reacting the same way I felt about Ballard and that everybody is just loving it. They are embracing it as a new chapter in this Bosch universe. How does it feel for you, though, as a star, knowing you were already stepping into this well-loved universe and now it is getting the reception it is?
I'm literally on cloud nine. Like, I could not have imagined a better reaction from all of the Bosch fans, all of the Michael Connolly fans, and even the new fans that are coming out. I'm like, oh my gosh, like talking about watching it in a day or watching it over the weekend. And I could not have expected a better reaction. I'm still on cloud nine.
I love that for you. And I can only imagine. I mean, again, you've got a lot of expectations from folks coming in. And y'all are knocking it out of the park. Was there anything maybe you were a little worried about that would, since the shows do have a different feel to them, that maybe Bosch fans might have an adjustment to?
I think I worry about criticism all the time. I think we all do. I do know that once Titus had kind of given us like this is very good, like it's so nice to be able to like have this show, it's so nice to have this show following Bosch because it's something so good and it feels very like passing the baton almost in a completely new and exciting way. So honestly, once Titus kind of gave us the green light, I was like, okay, if Titus loves it, I'm assuming his fans will because he understands this world. So him liking it, Michael loving it, I was like, listen, I think we got something good here. So I was just wishing and praying everybody felt the same as them.
Well, you are indeed off to the races so far. And, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this means that season 2 and more is on the horizon for y'all, because I know there's so much more storytelling to get to. Now, I want to start. Obviously, we got to start with season 1 sports story first and foremost. Last we talked vaguely about it, but I want to properly dive into the spoiler about it now, about Samira and Alivis's past, because that was really, a very heartbreaking thing to watch, but also a very important thing for Samira's journey as much as for Ballard's. What was it like when you first had the conversations with the showrunners and you saw that this was going to be part of your journey with this character?
I was a little terrified. I think mostly because I think this is such an important story. And I think I was nervous about not doing it right or not speaking up for victims in the way that would feel authentic, feel represented, feel like a representation of them in a way that, I think most victims don't get to finally speak up or recognize what has happened or be able to tell somebody. And, but being able to talk to the writers, talking to the showrunner, talking to the director about the episode, I felt so comfortable and confident to be able to really lean into, Parker's circumstances. And I had such a crew of people behind me that were so supportive of me, Maggie being extremely supportive of me, just everybody cheering me on and, understanding that this is a difficult topic and allowing me to, have my down moments about it, come in with notes and, even reaching out to a few of my friends and family about something that feels so touchy. I was so happy I could lean on my community and the people on set because it did make this kind of really tough topic a little bit easier for me to portray in a way where I felt like I did it justice.
Well, that extra care and attention really does come across in the scene, and I love that you took that. And it is led to some devastating turns in the next couple of episodes. I've admittedly still have not finished the season. I got a couple more episodes in after we last talked, but I know that Parker is really struggling to sort of process what is going on now. What can you sort of share about how her arc and her dynamic with Olivas is going to sort of change going into the rest of this season?
I think it changes in that I think about myself differently. I think, Parker had put up this wall, this kind of, stone cold, I'm tough. I left on my own volition. She had an idea of why she left in her head and I don't think she had any animosity towards, her ex-partner until it finally settles in. And she can realize all the gaslighting that occurred. She can realize all the pain that she experienced and maybe blocked out entirely because she was trying to be professional or didn't want to ruffle feathers. And I I think you notice a change in Parker in her ability to speak up for herself in a more beneficial way, and also leaning on her community, especially Ballard, and the crew of people she's working with that allows her to fall back in love with her job and what she's so passionate about. So I do think her relationship does end up changing with Olivas heavily, because now the blinders are off. Now the rose-colored glasses are off. Now I can finally stand in what I know was wrong. And I think you see that in Parker when she, has her interactions with Olivas after she's made the realization.
Well, I can't wait to see how that resolves, because I really hope that she gets her justice in some shape or way. But I don't want to go that far to spoilers, since I'm not even there just yet.
Right.
Now, I would love to ask too. I mean, Maggie, we've seen her pull off a few action scenes thus far, but I feel like we haven't really gotten anything for Parker just yet. Do we have something on the horizon as the main case starts to really unfold even further?
A little bit. I get into a little scuffle here and there, which is so exciting and so fun. Like, I was so happy to kind of get like a little rough and tough. It's not a bunch, but it's a good amount so far. Fingers crossed about season 2. Maybe I'll get in a little more tussles.
There you go. So what's it like for you, working with the stunt team and working with the fight coordinators to, even if they are brief scuffles, I mean, I know that there's still a collaboration to be had, especially as you find the way your character would approach a fight scene versus maybe how Ballard would approach it. What was that like working with them?
It was so fun. I had never done that before. So when I got to talk to the stunt coordinator and then talk to my stunt double, I was like, okay. So like we would collaborate, and she was like, well, are you comfortable with maybe tackling, and then I can come in for the really hard stuff, like to the fall to the ground moment? Are you comfortable with running? Are you comfortable with this? And me, I'm up for any challenge. I'm like, let me run. Like, let me tackle somebody. But they were also so like, Courtney, we love you. We love that you want to, get into the fights. This is your first time though. Let's ease back. Maybe we don't have to have you tackling someone to the ground. So they were always so protective of me as well, which is really nice. But I always just wanted to get in there like, let me do it. Let me at them. But it was so cool to actually talk to a stunt coordinator and like just see how that world works, like the collaborative efforts and everything. It was really cool.
I once did a press event where they had us do recreate a stunt scene from a film, and I was right there with you, where I was like, I want more. Let me do more.
Let me in there. Let me jump from the building.
Exactly. I'm ready. Put a harness on. I'll do it all.
Yeah.
No, it's so I totally get it. And again, hopefully season 2, we'll get to see a little more of that. And actually, so I would love to hear, I mean, have there been, we're halfway through the season now. Have there been any preliminary conversations about getting season 2 off the ground?
I think they're just excited. I think everybody's just really excited about it still being number 1 right now on Prime. It feels good. It sounds good. Everybody keeps asking for season 2. So my team, and including the writers and stuff like that, they don't want to get anybody's hopes up, but they just keep saying it feels good, y'all. Like, we'll see. But everybody seems very excited and very positive about it. So all I can do is spread the positivity and hope for the best.
Well, I'm going to keep spreading that positivity for you, because I really do want to see more of these characters, of this world, and see what comes. Now, a couple quick questions before I let you go. I mean, season 1 has largely paired you with, as we've said, Renee, given the parallel journeys. But is there anybody else on the team who you'd love to see Parker get to spend a lot more time with, maybe going into season 2?
Definitely LaFont. I think, there's a moment where she doubts him, because I don't think she trusts most people in the force because of her history. And I think you see a small connector piece as we continue down the season. I would love to get closer with LaFont and get to know him more. And also LaFont, and also Colleen. I think Colleen is so fun. Her intuition is usually quite correct. And maybe I'm biased. I love Rebecca's character in this show. I think she's so funny. I think she's a breath of fresh air. And I think you don't get to see that, cop and a volunteer, teaming up and doing the hard work. So either LaFont or Colleen, that would be great.
I think in either direction, there is at least one episode completely for partnering you up with one of them that is just waiting to be done. And again, whether it's drama, whether it's comedy, I think it's got to happen in season 2.
I agree. I agree. I'm sending in the notes as we speak.
There we go. Well, very final question for you. I also love that you're joining the world of shrinking. And I mean, that seems like such a fascinating show in its exploration of comedy and drama. What was it like not only getting to be a part of that in the next season? And what can you tell me about how you fit into the world?
Season 2 was so great. I loved being Gabby's annoying little sister. I think that is just such a fun character to play. But also, too, I think it gave me an opportunity to do something a little bit different. Like, yes, I leaned into my comedy, but the backstory behind her is so in-depth. And that's what I think Shrinking does a really good job with allowing yourself to laugh, to keep from crying, while also really tackling some tough subjects. And oh my gosh, what an honor it was to work with Jess. She's so giving when it comes to she's just so giving. Like when it comes to really working with her characters and working with the people she's working with, I always felt so comfortable on set with her. So season 2 was absolutely amazing. It was so nice working with them.
Well, I can't wait to see you two play off of one another. I've loved Jess since The Daily Show, and then to see where she's done now has just been awesome.
I know, her rise is insane. I always praise her every time I go to set. I'm like, when I was going to set for season 2, I was like, look at you, girl.
Well, both of your comedy styles seem perfect to pair with one another. So I'm glad that the creators thought to do that. And again, can't wait to see that, but also going to keep spreading the word about Ballard so we can get you that season 2. So Courtney, thank you so much again for taking the time. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Grant. It was so good to be back. This thing dried up. What do you think we're going to get from it now?
Past is always present, but if no one cares enough to dig, then it just stays buried.